now. Yeah. You done it and stepped back in it.
There go Bobby. Ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah, you saw what happened to him, though.
What?
You saw what happened to Denzel in that movie.
You know I can't hear you.
You don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me. Yeah, you don't want to hear me.
Okay, Bobby.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me. He must have ran into Godzilla then. That's what happened. He ran into Godzilla. You worry about King Kong and Godzilla was turning the Kong.
We lied, Bobby. You put them headphones on. Bobby still got an iPod. Listen to his playlist.
iPod. This is 8-track.
Yeah, this is a cassette.
Testing 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Nova Time on KBLA Talk 1580. Your brother Zoe Williams is in the building. Nick Hamilton, is out on assignment for the Super Bowl. I ain't mad at Nick. Go get your nickels, Nick. But when I bring Bobby in here...
It's over now.
It's over now?
Over now.
Okay, so that's why you chose the record. Oh, that's clever, Bobby. Yeah. Hey, this is the craziest sports talk show in the world.
Because sucking that emotion.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy thing, man, that we do here. Let's get right into some things, man, because there's things that need to be dealt with. What happened at the NFC Championship game where a Rams fan basically damn near kills a 49er fan? Now Bobby looking like he ain't heard.
I didn't.
Well, Bobby, not our. I don't live in Inglewood anymore. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. The mayor of Inglewood, Mayor Butts, is really catching some heat because it cast a shadow over, the Super Bowl that's a week away. So, is everybody going to be safe? How did this happen? Who's responsible? Now they're calling the officials to the floor to say, "Hey, man, this guy could die. He's on a respirator. It's not good." This is what happened last week, Bobby. Where were you? I don't even watch football.
No, I watched football, but I didn't know somebody got damn near murdered at the game.
Yeah.
This was a 49er fan that got assaulted?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. A restaurant owner up in San Francisco. Ooh. Inglewood officials on Thursday released new details about a violent altercation in a parking lot at SoFi Stadium on Sunday that left a San Francisco 49er fan in a coma. He's in a medically induced coma right now. Mm-hmm. As they faced mounting questions about what they didn't inform the public about the incident, that they didn't inform the public about the incident sooner. No. So they knew about it and kind of tried to duck it out the way.
The elephant in the room. It wasn't Nook, did it?
Who is Nook, Bobby?
That's Baby Diamond's older brother.
You talking about OG Little Pookie? Don't do that, Bobby.
I'm just asking, man. It's just part of my territory.
And you know what? We used to be like that as black folk. Whenever we heard...
Used to be.
Used to be.
I'm asking you right now if it was, one of my peoples.
I don't think it's one of your peoples, Bobby.
Okay.
But I'm saying we used to take pride in the fact that all the serial killers would be white and other races, and we'd be like, woo, ha ha, they crazy. It's not us. But now, it's a crapshoot. We don't know if it's going to be us, and we're going to, have pie on our face.
Right.
But I hope not, because sports is entertainment.
Well, it is now, more so than ever before. It's more entertainment than it is sports.
Oh, absolutely. But not to the point where you gon', darn near kill a man.
No, it's been some people got killed, as you already know. When the Raiders was in
I was about to say, I don't want to talk about no Raider fans. I knew you was going to go right to the Raiders. I don't want to talk about Raiders.
They take their show on the road.
Man, so that's what's happening in the city of Inglewood, and it's really casting a shadow over the Super Bowl for fears of safety concerns.
They got bigger fish.
My question to you, Bobby, will the city of Inglewood, which is this Inglewood, famous Mac, I was about to say Mac 10, full life, right? This Inglewood, it is famous for the Lakers and gangs and hood. You want some good black food? Go to Inglewood, right? If you live in the valley, they ain't cooking nothing like that up there. They got to come down here to get it. So it's famous for a certain type of connotation, good or bad or indifferent. My question to you, Bobby, will Inglewood be prepared for the Super Bowl?
Oh, absolutely. They're going to be prepared because it's no longer Inglewood for the next week. The city of Inglewood belongs to the NFL for the next week.
Oh, so you now watch how this ties into our other stories coming. Because you basically saying the NFL is so big, they can take over a city.
They do take over a city.
Here we go. Here we go. When we come forward, more topics, more stories, and the Lakers are being creamed by the Knicks right now. I just thought I'd share that for all the Laker fans who are
Need to
delusional.
find somebody else to cheer for.
When we come forward, more crap to talk.
Oh yeah, when I was at SoFi last week, they was in the transition then, and there was at least 3,000 people working in the stadium as they transitioned from the NFC Championship game to the Super Bowl. That started last week. As soon as the whistle blew at the end of the NFC Championship game, they transitioned the building over to the sole control of the NFL. They do that every year. That's how big the NFL is.
Right. That's crazy.
No, they're drawing all kind of revenue. As far as being safe, you're going to be safe as bad vagina in the city of Inglewood.
Hey, y'all want to give us a call? Call in and share your thoughts. We're going to talk about the Brain Flores situation shortly. We're going to talk about, of course, the treatment. That's why I ended with the Lakers. We're going to come back with the Lakers to deal with Jerry at the top. And then we're going to transition into Brain Flores, NFL. But, this is about to get crazy. Y'all can call us. Give us a call, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. I want to hear from you. It's only the first quarter, so...
What's the score?
The score is 42-29.
It's over now. The song.
Oh, no, that's the end of the first quarter. The second quarter ain't even started.
They done gave up 42 points already?
Yeah.
Is Street Clothes playing?
Yeah, he got 9 points.
Oh.
LeBron is playing too. He got 6 points.
LeBrick is playing? Oh, okay. Oh. Well, they done ran out of excuses then. Okay.
Westbrook on the floor. Everybody on the floor. Trevor Ariza on the floor.
Yeah.
Bobby don't give a damn. Yeah.
No, man, that lineup would have excited people 5 years ago.
Right.
Right now, it's just names on jerseys imitating what they used to be.
Right. Yeah. Where y'all at? Call me, 1-800-920-1580. I want to hear from y'all. Give us your take. Somebody said AD playing. He is playing. He got 9 points.
And then gave up 20 in the paint.
Soft as doctor's cotton.
42 points in the first quarter. Wow. Yeah.
Well, LeBron is too old to play defense. We can't expect that of him. He can play offense, though.
Well, speaking of LeBron and defense, they have become separate and distinct.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Similar to what you do. Yeah.
Here we go, Bobby.
And they're off.
What is that?
What?
You can't hear this?
No.
That's why you be talking. You can't hear.
I can hear the commercial.
You can't hear the commercial?
I'm listening to the commercial.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, you good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams in the building. Of course, it's Nova time. Me and Uncle Bobby have returned for another breakdown, another interesting breakdown on sports. I want to hear your opinions, though. Please get to your phone lines and call me at 1-800-920-1580. So, the Lakers, at the end of the first quarter against the New York Knicks, it's 42-29. I got to ask you this, Bobby. Earlier this week, the Los Angeles Laker brass suspended or rescinded, revoked Jerry West, the logo, revoked his season tickets.
For a lifetime.
Now, let's understand this. Jerry Buss gave Jerry West his lifetime tickets, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And now Jerry is the one Jerry gone and one Jerry remains, the legend who is responsible for the Shaq Kobe era, who is responsible for the Magic, Kareem, and Worthy era. He is responsible for building powerful teams for the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing multiple championships, regarded as the greatest talent evaluator in the history of the NBA, one-time Laker, in the Laker Shrine and Hall of Fame of Lakers. Why would they do that? What sense does that make, Bobby? Talk to me.
Well, actually, it's a public relations disaster, simply because he is the logo, which means he's bigger than the Los Angeles Lakers.
He's the symbol of the league.
So why would you poke that bear is beyond comprehension, and it puts the kind of light on the Laker organization right now, of all times, that they really did not need or want. Now, back to the why.
I thought Jeannie was cool with Jerry.
Jeannie is not cool with Jerry, but what she did was, a couple of years ago, she realized that was a battle she was not going to win. Most recently, she crossed him when she named the 5 most influential.
I remember that, and left him off the top 5.
Right. And that
she put LeBron
and Phil Jackson ahead of Jerry West, right?
Listen, LeBron is losing right now by 10 points in the second half. They still could very well beat this team. But listen, the Lakers right now are 25-28, 3 games under 500, with 4 top 75 players in the history of the NBA on this team.
Well, they're in the top 75 in name only, not in playing ability in 2022. That ain't happening. But back to the impact of what they did on the organization. That's gonna have a lasting effect on recruiting other players and the perception of the Laker organization for quite some time to come, because there was no upside to doing that. I spoke to Jerry about an hour after it was, revealed publicly that they had rescinded his lifetime season tickets. Now, Jerry hadn't used the tickets in years because he was no longer affiliated with the team, but he knew he could send his friends or anybody that he wanted to show favor to Laker games and have front row seats. Okay? Because it's for a lifetime.
Right.
All right?
As it should be.
Right. But somebody in the front office, and I'm not going to get into the names right now. We'll talk about that at some later date. But I know who really pulled the trigger on that.
Uh-oh. So you got the inside dirt, but you don't want to give it up. That's fine, Bobby.
Well, it's not necessary right now to do that.
Keep that card like Gambit. Just keep it right here, close to the vest.
Just know that I know. Because when I spoke to him, he had calmed down, and he told me who he was, and I'm like, it didn't surprise me. It shocked me, really. Because these were some of the people that he bred into the organization. I'm like, wow.
Let's do this real quick. Trent from Rancho, what do you think of Bobby's comments? Nah, I agree. We ain't got there yet. See, you want to talk about something we ain't even got there yet. But you can say it. I mean, go ahead. And look how well they're playing now. And think how great they would have been with a year or two tutelage under LeBron. That would be a monster team right now. And they would be young, and LeBron would be able to rest a little bit. But no, you want instant championship. This is why I say he's not a Laker. Somebody said I'm a Laker hater or a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron hater. But years ago when I was at A&R in music, I was in the studio, in the same studio where Brandy was recording her album, her first album. And I noticed after Brandy dropped her album, Disney got busy making their own version of Brandy called Britney Spears. See, let me just say, man, it's entertainment. So what happens is you want to get the Nestle Quick Championship by getting all of LeBron's friends to come play with LeBron, even if they geriatric and old and not a fit. And this is what's happened. So instead of allowing that team to organically evolve like they used to, I remember when guys couldn't just get on the court. You had to work your way into the situation. Nah, you come in as highly touted, but then when they put your feet to the fire, then you find out, oh, he ain't ready. So now they got to send him down to the G League. And then if he can't play in the G League because he's too good for them, he got to sit on the bench like a child. He should have stayed in college. Do you see what I'm saying? I love LeBron. LeBron is a talent. Hey, Trent, thank you for the call, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. LeBron is an amazing talent. But this is how you kill a talent, by stripping them of all those pieces and trying to put in ready-made pieces that don't necessarily fit. And you allow LeBron to be basically the general manager. Bobby?
That's the biggest problem. It takes all the energy one can muster to pursue championships. You can't have other distractions, whether it be personal and social distractions, and definitely not on the court distractions. In other words, if you're a great player, you have to trust the management to surround you with the kind of complementary pieces that seamlessly fit and allow you to go out night after night after night and perform at an elite level. That is not what has been configured under the banner of the Los Angeles Lakers in the last 2 years. They ain't coming close.
Not even close. Even the great Kobe Bryant spent the first 3 years of his career on the bench behind Eddie Jones. And Kobe dusted Eddie Jones in the workout with Jerry. But he had to get his lumps first.
Right.
Man, I'm just telling you, man, this is a different league. currently, with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter, the Knicks are up 10, 47-37. The Lakers are trying to make a game of it, I guess. How do you let the New York Knicks score 42 points in the first quarter? It's horrible.
It's going to get worse as the game progresses because LeBron is always going to be able to find ways to score. And since the league has invested so much in his brand, he gets all the favorite calls nowadays. But they can't cover up for him on defense.
No, he's retired already.
Has caught up with that.
Oh, yeah.
And they going at him. When you try to hide him, man, they going to find him, man. And there's nothing he can do about it because he's 37 years old with high mileage.
High mileage.
Oh, my God. So you can fool some of us some of the time, but not all of us all the time.
Now let's transition to the NFL. I'm just going to ask you point blank. Is the NFL run like a plantation, Bobby? That's what Brain Flores said in his suit against the NFL and 3 teams.
No, it's ran like a cartel.
Talk to me, Bobby. What's the difference?
See, the difference between a plantation and a cartel is the era that we're in. There's similarities between a cartel and a plantation, but a cartel is more vicious and unrelenting in that way. Because what's going on right now is some gangster stuff.
Right.
The league is what it is. It was bought and paid for, and they run it with an iron fist. And anybody that thinks it's anything other than a cartel need to look up the definition and then look at the behavior of the owners of the NFL. And I do mean owners. There are 32 owners. And when you own something, you do pretty much what you damn well please with it, So that's what's going on, man.
I always wondered, man, why is it such a short leash for black coaches in... It's not just the NFL, not only in the professional side of it, NFL, but college. They get a short leash. Now, this guy came out and said the owner of the Dolphins, Stephen Ross, offered him $100,000 for every loss during the 2019 season because he wanted that high draft pick.
Let's take off on that in terms of the power of ownership. Because this man, who never probably played football on any level, accumulated enough wealth to get a team and mess the team up because he thought Tua, the kid from Alabama, was going to be the shining piece for him for the next 15, 20 years. Not knowing the limitations of his arm and the severity of the injury he suffered while he was at the University of Alabama.
That hip injury.
Yeah, you ain't never the same man coming away with a hip injury, man. But more importantly, he never had a big arm, and he's only about 6 foot tall. This man was saying, look, what we really need to do is try to get Deshaun Watson.
The brother was saying that to the owner.
Yeah. He was like, man, we ain't got the tank. We just need to take this draft pick and a couple more pieces and go get Deshaun because he really wants to get out of Houston anyway. And the owner was like, that all sounds good, but we spending my money, and I'm telling you what we going to do. We're
gonna get that little kid out of Alabama, the one with the bum hip.
Yeah.
He gonna come in here. He gonna start after 3 games.
Right.
Exactly.
And you're gonna make sure we get another number 1 draft pick next year while he grooms by tossing some games. Now take this $100,000 a game and go on and do what I'm telling you to do. And as far-fetched as that may sound, is very close to what ownership allows you to do.
But Bobby, are you telling me it's not a plantation? 75% of the NFL's players are black.
100% of the players are players.
But
and all of them work for the same boss.
But Bobby, 99% of the NFL's owners, 99.999% of NFL owners are white.
The opposite word here is ownership.
You ever said 99.9? No, 100% is white, Bobby.
Ownership.
I'm just saying, how do we get black ownership in the NFL?
You do one or two things.
You said it was a cartel. How do we get into the cartel?
You either get into the cartel or you start your own cartel. And I know that's beyond the comprehension of most people listening to this show because we have not been conditioned to think ownership. That's why we don't own nothing of value.
But Bobby, the argument is, via the Rooney Rule, diversity needs to be injected into the NFL. What's happening?
Look here, I know it seems like a million years ago, but once upon a time, we had a baseball league, a basketball league, and a football league run by black ownership.
And we had 3 uniforms that we all had to share, but they were ours.
And it was ours, and we were able to, in our communities, have a better life than working out there in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
See, everything becomes relative when you look at how you have to give up so much of your self-worth to get some money that you really can't enjoy, because any day now you can be replaced.
Right. You know, I did a show with Hugh Jackson, who used to be the coach of the Browns. We did the Fox.
Yeah, he's the coach at Grambling.
Yeah, man. Me, Corey Holcomb, and Hugh Jackson were all on the same Fox Soul episode.
Uh-huh.
And he was a real cool brother.
Still
real solid brother.
Yeah.
He has come out and said that the Cleveland Browns offered him money. But then he also came back out and tiptoed out of that. Basically not saying, like, no, I didn't never got any money for it.
Well, what he did was signed off on the notion that these are the kind of games that get played. And he said he got receipts. And he has joined the class action lawsuit filed by Brain Flores.
Here we go. Flores,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is Mr. Flores, Brian, ex-coach of of Miami Dolphins, is he being set up to be the next Colin Kaepernick?
No, he's going to actually, I think, be remembered more favorably than Colin Kaepernick, because we found out that Colin Kaepernick was a fraud.
A fraud?
Fraud.
Is it a frog and a
F-R-A-U-D?
I'm just playing. You saying Colin is a fraud?
He was a figment of our imagination. Well, it's a strong situation, because you just look at his personal history. He was raised outside of our culture, had no investment in our culture until he met the Power to the People sister. Next thing you know, he had a fro and a new persona, and he rode that wave all the way to the top of our food chain without opening up his mouth.
Are you saying he's Patty Hearst? What are we doing? He got brainwashed?
When last time you heard him say anything?
Ooh, well, maybe there's...
I know maybe.
Maybe there's a gag order, man. He got 80 million, right?
That's what happens when you get bought out.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Glanton is being Bobby Glanton. When we come forward, we shall continue this raucous discussion.
Okay, for the Facebook family out here,
Bobby, tell them to call in.
Call in. What's the number, man? Give them the
800.
Yeah.
Here you go, Bobby. Show them the number.
1-800-920-1580. Once again, that's 1-800-920-1580. And for those that are on the Facebook side of the game right now, or the YouTube side, understand this much. He took $80 million in exchange for his silence.
Ooh.
Now, you got to argue with me, argue with the people who wrote that check, and notice his behavior since he took that $80 million. You ain't heard him open his mouth up about nothing.
Yeah, because in that Nike commercial,
he ain't saying nothing.
He had the Black Panther look, but it was a mocha jacket, like black coffee with cream in it. It was like a sanitized panther, like a panther kitten.
Now, he initiated, in terms of the origins of, the knee. But a lot of brothers ran that same risk, and it ended their careers.
Wow.
It ended their careers, and he was in a position that if he was really the face of this movement, he'd have been like, hey, bruh, I'm going to bring y'all into this suit with me, and we're going to split up this bread, because otherwise we're not going to get to eat.
Right.
All right? We're not going to get to eat. And
right.
And then when he had a chance to play football, he tried to tell them, the owners, how the trials was going to go. Man, it ain't that kind of party, man. And he knew he didn't want to play no football no more. He didn't have to play no football no more.
So you saying he's an actor?
Great one.
Wow.
He's acting like a revolutionary.
Yo, we got a caller. Bro. Okay.
He's acting like a revolutionary, man.
That's crazy.
No. See,
Bobby going in.
And coming out.
Huh?
And coming out.
I'm going to come back to a little piece of Hugh Jackson.
Okay.
This shit is almost over, Bobby.
Huh?
I said, this shit almost over.
Huh?
The show almost over.
How long we been on? Ain't been over but 20 minutes.
No, 32.
Get out of here.
I'm trying to tell you, Bobby, this is... Hey, look, hey, Louis Perry, man, thank you for that little $9.99, man. That shit means a lot. Thank you for hitting the super chat. If y'all enjoy Bobby getting it in the way he is, I just like throwing him alley-oops and getting out the way. Bobby in here killing right now. Hey, hit that like button, hit the share button, and if you can, hit the super chat.
That's Hugh Jackson? Is that Hugh Jackson?
I think so, yeah. No, that's Master P.
Oh. Owner.
I like that.
Owner. He done made movies. You know, it don't matter if they're good or bad. He done made them.
Right.
You know.
Wow, Dwight Johnson, man. Damn. Come on. He dropped 50 on the super chat.
Oh.
Thank you, brother. I told him, man, since 2020, man, this super chat been down and out.
Okay. Well, why you super chatting is $ Bobby Glanton Smith.
Yeah.
$ Bobby Bobby Glanton GLANTON
Y'all hit up Bobby Glanton's Cash App.
Yeah.
$ Bobby Glanton Smith.
Yes, sir, read it.
Glanton Smith, please.
That's right.
Shout out my big brother right now. There you go. Let me just do this right. Put Bobby man, right smack dab in the camera.
What we get ready to bring y'all in this calendar year, you get back in a lot of different ways. We promise you that. We promise. This ain't begging. We ain't begging. We adding value to your life and giving you some routes to greater health and wealth. Take our word on that. It's coming.
I'm going to ask you about Jason Whitlock.
And?
He just said the NFL is not racist.
I ain't going to speak on nothing I don't know about. I know about that fat motherfucker. Oh, Lord, that's right. We're on Facebook.
Yeah, you too, Bobby.
I know that big Grizzly Adams looking son of a bitch. And I'm going to tell you right now, he'll do anything to eat. He'll do anything to eat.
Damn it, Bobby. I love Bobby. 1 minute. Oh, shit.
What?
62-45.
Who?
The Knicks.
Why you acting surprised, man? See, they got a mixture of youth. The Knicks are basically a young team.
Yeah.
They're basically a young team.
And they got an ex-Laker on there that they got rid of when they got LeBron. Randall.
Right. Now, what's his name with them? Derrick Rose is with them, ain't he? I believe he is.
Yeah. Let me see. Looking at the roster. I don't think so.
Derrick Rose used to play for the Chicago.
He's not on the roster. He was there, but he's not on the roster.
He must be hurt or something.
Here we go. This is Bobby's theme music when he getting ready to do an intellectual drive-by. Welcome back to Nova Time. Zoe Williams and Bobby Glanton Smith. We in the building right now.
I can't forget.
Bobby out here putting hits out.
Oh, Lord, man.
Hey, let me say this, though. We talking about the NFL. Is it a plantation? We're talking about the lawsuit that former Dolphins coach Brain Flores has levied against the NFL and 3 other teams. Now, he's doing this all while he's still in contention for two coaching jobs. Right. The Texans and the Saints.
Right.
Now, what's interesting, the Hugh Jackson piece. Now, Hugh Jackson went 1-31 with the Cleveland Browns. Mm-hmm. Is that record that he amassed mainly because of him and his lack of coaching ability? Or did ownership orchestrate his abject failure?
It's a combination, not even a combination. The bottom line was when he landed that job, they realized that they had finally flatlined as an organization. Their first blunder was not keeping Bill Belichick. Mm-hmm. All right. He used to be the coach of the Browns.
Right.
Give him enough space.
Right.
So then they had a couple other coaches come behind him, and they realized we really done fallen this far off. They didn't have the infrastructure, and they would not listen to Jim. Mm. The great Jim Brown was still trying to advise them. Mm-hmm. So by the time Hugh got there, Jim had regained some of his organizational influence. Enough so to stand next to that brother and buy him time. Mm-hmm. To get in a position to build a long-term situation with that team. Mm-hmm. Quickly, let's just cut to the chase. Hugh Jackson, because of his relationship with Jim and Jim's emerging control of the front office, that bought both of them some time.
A little time, yeah.
3 years.
Now, let me say this. You know what I'm starting to see with this NFL coaching business? Call me right now when you hear this breakdown. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. I want to get your opinion and perspective on what I'm about to say. The coaching position in the NFL, as it pertains to black men, is starting to feel a lot like back in the days black quarterback situation. And what did they say? They said black quarterbacks are not intelligent. They're athletic, but they don't have the mental acumen. Mm-hmm. Now you're hearing that couched in different language, which is, offensive coaches don't understand defenses, and defensive coaches don't understand, right, offensive players. So we have to find the best, listen to this term, qualified coach. And it has nothing to do with race. And now it's starting to come down to a mental capacity, a mental acumen. Is he smart enough to lead this team? Because listen, leading a team, look what Nick Saban did down in Alabama. He's basically the king of Alabama.
Well, before
they don't want to turn the keys over to an NFL franchise to a black coach.
Nick Saban is the beneficiary of white privilege, and nobody knows that better than his fellow West Virginian, Jerry West. Jerry has said many times, man, he said, man, I'm so glad I'm white, I don't know what to do. Because these brothers is catching hell, boy. So just to really put it back into a package that we can quickly discuss, the infrastructure is what it is. Mm-hmm. And then when people like Jason Whitlock, who, and I want everybody to know, anybody I bring up on this show or any show you hear me speak on, I'm not speaking in third person. I'm talking about personal.
He know them
with these folks, all right? And I know that Jason has found a new bidder and a new platform wherein he gets to call his own shots because it didn't work out at ESPN. He actually did shows right across the street with me under Uncle Bobby's Country Corner, all right? And ended up stiffing homegirl Portis. All right, so that's how well I know Jason Whitlock, and I know that Jason cares more about money than anything. And for him to use that great mind that he has to come up with a phrase that puts him in that safe spot, see, all you got to use is the right word. Once you say they're not racist, there's other words that fit the description. All right, gangster is one of them. It's just as bad as being a racist because you've taken your power as a cartel and shoving it down the public's throat.
And I think maybe part of that is, he has a YouTube show.
That's what I'm talking about.
And the YouTube show, especially if you...
Have you noticed his sponsors, though?
But I have. But what I'm saying is when you do YouTube, oftentimes creators will create these provocative titles. Like in the title that I'm referencing, it says it right here. It says, Dolphins owner is not racist.
Of course he can say that, because if you look at the people who subscribe to his show, I would say overwhelmingly, probably 95% of his viewing audience, he got about, 40,000 subscribers, somewhere in that number, or maybe more, are the far right. And he's got some really solid sponsors that buy commercial time on his show. So that allows him the cushion to say things that won't be challenged on that platform.
Wow, interesting. I want to hear you guys' opinion. I don't know Jason personally, but I know Bobby.
Yeah, I know him. I know. And
so
he's the highest bidder.
Wow, we got callers on the line. Let's get some opinions. Cyrus from Austin, Texas. I need to hear what you think about all that is going on right now. Cyrus, you good? Let's go, brother. Jump in here with us. Good job, man. You're back in the coaching ranks. This is the wrong Brian, sir. Amen. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I believe you.
I beg to differ. I think that he has a great situation because that lawsuit is a winner. He gonna win that lawsuit, man. He got receipts that show that they violated the Rooney Rule. They have impaired his ability to work. And in this country, if they got any rules left, they're gonna have to pay that brother off.
Wow. When we come forward, more on the breaking news of what's happening in the NFL and this huge case of discrimination and racism brought to them by Brain Flores.
So, what's the Lakers score? How bad is it?
Well, let me tell these people. Hey, okay. You can't hear the callers because you're listening to the YouTube show. You got to download the app. Mm-hmm. And you'll be able to hear the callers, music, commercials. You'll be able to hear everything. Now, but you got to download the app.
If you don't want to do that, you can Cash App me Zoe, and we'll stay on for another hour and tell you what they were talking about.
Hey, man, for real, though, y'all support Uncle Bobby, man. That's a big deal.
They already have, man. I mean, they have rolled with us long enough. Most people that listen to this show, Zoe, they didn't start last week. Okay?
Bobby, you want to know the score?
Yeah.
71 to 56 at halftime.
Oh, they did a little bit better in the second quarter.
So they got outscored 42 to 29 in the first, and 29 to 27 in the second.
And it's gonna get worse in the third. They gave up 71 points in the first half.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Anthony Davis has 16
and
3 blocks.
And LeBrick has.
LeBron James has 15.
Doing his part offensively.
2 minutes, and Russell Westbrook has 5. And 4 turnovers.
Is that all? Just 4? He's having a good game then.
He's shooting 1 for 7.
Well, he don't know when he's gonna get his shot, and then LeBron's out there directing traffic. See, this was never gonna work. It was never gonna work because you got a guy that's always been a wild horse, and then you got a guy that's a control freak, and you got the talented guy trying to figure out, well, how do I blend into this situation?
Wow.
I'm speaking of Anthony Davis, because he's, age-wise, he's in the peak of his career if he can stay healthy. And he's very, very skillful on offense, but they keep trying to play him in that center position. He ain't going to make it through the year, man.
Right.
He just ain't built for that. Just ain't built for it.
We got it popping in here.
Yeah. But I'm serious, man. We got to change our mindset as a people, and it's going to be helpful the way this case with Flores is going to play out. The league is going to either have to do 2 things. Number 1, slip him some cash in a quiet settlement, and then give him one of them coaching jobs. Otherwise, this stuff is gonna keep flaring back up.
Right. Like
a virus, it's gonna keep flaring up.
Right.
So he's in the best situation he could possibly be in because the man is smart. He know that I got y'all on tape, breaking y'all own rules.
Wow.
And on top of that, I can coach.
Right.
I can coach. And if it's got to be one greedy owner that says, you know what, I'm tired of losing, I'm going to hire this boy, and I'm going to get Deshaun Watson, and we get ready to go for a ring. If Deshaun Watson goes to, what are the Saints missing this year?
Look up their what?
What are the Saints missing right now? Quarterback.
A quarterback, yeah.
They got a hell of a defense, a Swiss Army knife. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Y'all know who got that music on. All right, here we go.
Chattanooga and Murfreesboro.
Up in here.
Boy.
Up in here.
Rooster and Fairgrounds. Nova time is turned up. Boy, when you put Tennessee boys together.
Oh, boy. It get hotter than Little Sister.
Ooh, hotter than Little Sister. Nova time back in the building. KBLA 1580, KBLA Talk 1580. Listen, we got callers on the line. I want to hear everybody's opinion and perspective in this little segment right here. But what's interesting to me is these owners keep getting in trouble, but they keep exercising their power. Now, is power synonymous with racism? When we look at Dan Snyder with the Washington Commanders or Commodores, I don't know how you want to... When we look at those guys, the findings that they found in his email to determine if he had a toxic work environment is still subject to him approving it being released. Oh, Lord. Mm-hmm. So if they're doing that kind of stuff, could they also be doing things that look like racism, even if it might not be racist? I think it is racist, me personally. Your thoughts real quick, Bobby, then we go into Chase from Tennessee.
I don't want to hear another word about racism because it does not advance our position one iota. We have to become owners.
That's what Bobby said. Owners. Chase from Tennessee, talk to us about Brain Flores.
So if it was all black players and all black coaches, the NFL would turn into the NBA crowd.
But wait, the NBA is a successful business model, an international business, and they don't have a Rooney Rule, and they have a myriad of black coaches. They went through their time where it was all black players and no black coaches, but now the NBA is way ahead of the NFL. Why is there a difference?
The crowd changed, though. The crowd is still predominantly white for NBA games.
If the NFL won't go with the NBA's money, they'll jump off the field. The NFL
Hey, Tennessee, what city you from?
Chase.
I'm from Nashville. I went to school where you was born.
Murfreesboro. Oh, MTSU. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's where I went to school.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Tennessee, man, you could always come through here, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I went to school in Chat. Then I went to school in Tennessee.
Come on, Chat Town. Let it ride. Hey, brother, thank you for bringing Tennessee in the building. We appreciate it. Calvin from D.C., it's your time to shine. Talk to us.
Gentlemen, to quote you though, I can smoke a gigantic bag of Bobby. To go back to what he said about ownership, he's exactly right. First of all, why continue to push yourself into a system that doesn't want you to begin with?
Wow.
You know, so
Because there are, but wait, Calvin, there are sandwiches over there. You can't forget that.
well, I do know that these players, a lot of them are making generational wealth. They can put their pool of money together.
But they're getting it from that job. They're not getting it on their own. Hey, do me this favor, Calvin. Hold on, because we're about to move forward. But when we return, it'll be with you. So hold on the line. We'll come forward in this moment. Nova time. Bobby is going crazy. So is Zoe.
And for you Facebook family, what y'all don't understand something, every now and then Zoe has a Toby moment, you know.
A who moment?
A Stephen moment.
Boy, Bobby. Keep cutting up, Bobby.
I don't know, man. I'm going to take your shirt off. I might see some of them whip stain, them whip
Now,
slashes
you know,
back
Bobby,
there.
the only whips you gonna see is gonna be at the end of my belt when I get on that court. I told you, Bobby, it's over for you.
Hey, look here, y'all. We're going to go ahead and make this formal announcement.
Bobby!
There will be a Ghetto Basketball Classic 2, sometimes in April at the earliest, because I want to make sure that I am totally prepared, because he told y'all something last week that's true. He has been blessed with the magic of
See, you done
Russell.
forgot how to talk. I know you done forgot how to play.
The magic of Russell. I just wanted to phrase it properly. Dr. Russell, www.russellherbals.com. Zoe has bought into the program to the extent where I really have to put some work in now, because he done lost about 15 pounds. And he's no longer.
Bobby put me on camera walking up the street. I knew Bobby said, "Look at this svelte motherfucker right here. Boy, I'm in trouble." I'm in Lamert Park getting some holistic juices, and Bobby got me on camera. I said, "Oh, Lord."
So I got my work cut out for me, okay? I know that. But what he don't understand is age and treachery has always overcome youth and skill. And I'm going to be able to put all of that together by April and take this boy back to the woodshed and whoop him till he catch on fire. Enough said. Time to go to work.
We'll see, Bobby.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna go to work. It ain't gonna be you though. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, if y'all watch 5150, y'all know he had his head hung like Tom Dooley just 3 weeks ago. Boy, what a difference a day makes.
Good brother Calvin, welcome back to Nova Time with Zoe Williams and Bobby Glanton Smith. We're in the building right now, man. It's getting crazy. I need you to wrap your thoughts real quick. Make it concise. Go.
I got one that'll blow you all mind with the Houston job. Josh McCown, who spent 17 years as an NFL backup, has never coached in the league. He's a high school coach in Texas. He has an interview with the Houston Texans. And it's a good chance he may actually end up getting the job.
Hey, that doesn't bother me, bro. But I thank you for that insight, and it is powerful insight. But this is worse. Wait, brother. No. I said thank you to you, brother. You done dropped your jewel. It's time for us to move on. We at the end of the show. Thank you, good brother.
Call back next week, bro.
Yes. But what's even worse than that is the Giants job, which Flores interviewed for, has a 97-year history. They've only had 5 offensive and defensive coaches in their 97 years. Since the Rooney Rule, they've had 5 coaching changes, and all of them have been white.
And will continue to be. And so what? It's their money. They can do what they want with it. Until we realize the real value of what we have. The only reason the Negro Leagues went out of business is we put them out of business.
Because we went and did business somewhere else.
We integrated into a burning house.
Okay, Larry Belafonte, I hear you, brother.
Now, we got to take some responsibility for the pain and suffering that we brought upon ourselves, man. I'm telling you. The Negro Leagues was out drawing Major League Baseball. You know why? It was the best product. The great neutralizer for racism is quality.
Ooh. Say more.
If you got the right stuff, people gonna come get it.
Are you quoting the white boy band, The Right Stuff? Never mind. Bobby don't even know who that is. Maurice from New York. Bring New York in the building. New York always has something profound to say. It's your time to shine. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. I ain't heard him speak on nothing. Now, please just answer this question quickly. When the last time he had a press conference about oppression and police brutality?
Thank you, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for the call, brother.
Hey, listen, man, we got to wrap it. That's just what it is. We ain't got enough time to really get deep into how we want. An hour ain't enough, Tavis. Give us 6 hours. No, nothing. Be in here. We ain't Tavis. We haven't mastered this hour yet. Hey, listen. When we come forward, you're gonna get news. And you're going to get Jay King's show. But let me say, man, once a week, Nova Time, we're here. We don't have all the answers, but we dang sure got a few. Mm-hmm. Between two Chattanooga or Tennessee boys. Come on, we're going to give you something. Yeah. We appreciate everybody for calling in. Thank you so much. I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. The Voice of Reason, and that's my big brother, Bobby Glanton Smith. We'll see you next week.
Peace. Woo, Lord have mercy. Oh, boy.
Bobby,
and
boy.
See, I knew it was going to get back to Jason. I hope it do. Fat bastard.
Oh, shit. Damn. Why, Bobby? Don't do that.
No, man. He already did it.